Okay, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to share another journal entry out of my second cycle of 66 days of journaling, and you're going to watch if you want to. The reason I started doing journaling was because I have ADHD, probably undiagnosed ADHD, strongly suspected, and I was having trouble sort of just doing all the things that I wanted to. I had what I call like scatterbrain. I'd start one task, and then halfway through the first task, I'd start another one, and halfway through the second task, I'd start a third task, all this sort of stuff. So um, I started just writing down a routine for the day that I wanted to achieve, and that helped me sort of keep track. And it sort of slowly evolved into this whole form here, which you guys can actually use if you find this useful. So if you go over to the website, this link will be down in the description below. It's all free. You just need to make an account first. But yeah, it's free to make an account. It's free to use this. So yeah, it sort of evolved into this from this daily routine into this sort of big formal process. But I find it really useful because in my words, I'd say that it shines a light of understanding and consciousness on unconscious patterns that you have. And in this way, I think you can do a lot of it's basically mindfulness journaling, but it's also like working with your shadow. It's like working with the unconscious parts of you. So I find it very illuminating. And I'll describe to you how it goes. In phase one, which I finished yesterday, um, I spent the first 4 days just sort of observing what I was doing in terms of like every day, observing what I was doing in terms of let's start at the top. In terms of a morning routine, in terms of a daytime routine, work and that sort of stuff. A sleep routine. What was I doing the last 2 to 3 hours before bed? What am I eating? And then I answered a bunch of prompts, which these are kind of specific to me, I suppose, but they're just prompts to get you writing. They don't have to be like super specific, and well, sorry, they do kind of need to be specific, but um, you know, I don't answer all of these. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, I did have some pain today, so and then I might I'll write about that, but then I might skip the next three and then just go to one that's relevant. So I write those down, and then if there was anything that I failed to do in that day, like I had a plan to, for example, work for 6 hours and then go to the gym and then walk at the beach. Like if I missed one of those things, I would then analyze why I missed that and whether or not it was something that I could fix in the future so that I was kind of hitting more goals. And actually, in that sense, this sort of journaling is when it's based around a routine like this and you're analyzing things that you miss, it's really good for skill development as well, and just building your reps, so to speak, just becoming more consistent in your in any kind of tasks that you're trying to do or skills that you're trying to learn. So today I'm into phase two, and this is going to be about 3 to 5 days of sort of describing what I would like to have as an aspirational routine for the second cycle of 66 days. The reason why it's 66 days is because some neurologists say that this is the time that is required in order to form new neurology, and your experience of life. This is my opinion. I think your experience of life is written into your neurology. So the things that you're doing in terms of habits and influences during the day, like the things that you're seeing, the things that you're listening to, the things that you're even smelling, or anything that's coming in through your senses, plus all of the behaviors that you have, um, as well as any like energetic influences, right? If you're around negative people or blah blah blah, all of these kinds, or positive people, all these kinds of things like impact your neurology. They all sort of get built into your neurology. Neurologists say neurons that fire together wire together. So the way that I interpret that is like if you have like a negative experience, let's say you have a bad I don't know, a bad relationship with your boss or a bad romantic relationship and you have a lot of stress, then the things that you are doing like day to day, those things get like those things wire together. The trauma from those relationships or the stress from those relationships wires into the same neurology that you're using to like do your work and like go to the gym and stuff like that. And eventually the neurology kind of comes, maybe you could say it's like polluted or significantly affected by all of those stresses and strains. And so over 66 days, you can create new neurology. So my thinking was, well, if that's the case, then how about I improve all of my energetic influences and behaviors and thoughts and stuff like that for a period of 66 days. And then my experience of life, well, I have a lot of anxiety and sometimes it spirals into depression. Um, all of those things should get better if I upgrade everything, right? And so this is my second cycle of 66 days, and I have found that to be the case. In the first cycle of 66 days, I after about 4 or 5 days of like a nice new routine, I noticed that I was like sleeping way better, felt way more relaxed, just felt like really good. And then after about 10 days, it was still around. And then after about 10 days, it started to become like almost normal. But then I stuck with all that routine for the most part. I fell off sometimes, but I stuck with that routine for 66 days. And I think I am correct for the most part about that. Like my experience of life now is much better than it was before the first cycle. And I think what I was saying about your neurology holding all your stress and stuff like that is true. So for a period of 66 days, if you can manage to change all your behaviors and stuff, or even just a little bit, you should permanently be able to have that as an experience of life, like an improved experience of life. Um, and if you do what I'm doing, which is to just do 66-day cycles back to back, the next cycle means that you can just continue improving, right? So you can work out more, or you can meditate more, or you can whatever, you can filter out negative influences to a greater degree or whatever, right? So you should just be able to ride this thing to all sorts of positive lifestyle changes. Anyway, I've been blabbering on for a while. Let's get to phase two of the journaling, where I just write down what I would like as an aspirational routine. So, really, I'm just going to brainstorm here. So, I'm going to go, this is day 6 of cycle 2. It's today, obviously, the 14th. I believe it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Days, guys. Okay, so morning routine. What is my ideal morning? So now I'm going to write, what is my ideal or aspirational morning routine? What would be like really good. So guys, I'm going to bang on some music now, and I'm just going to fill this out. So if you want to follow along, go to this link. It's down below in the description. Or if you just want to watch and see what I'm going to write, then feel free to do that as well. I'm going to put some music on. This is ancient Greek lyre music, which is random as fuck, but I also thought it was kind of fun. So I'm just going to put that on. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so, and that is about it, guys. So I've filled in the form so phase two for today, and I'm going to continue to do that for another 2 or 3 days and just sort of amalgamate all my sort of thoughts when if I want to go back and read what I've written, then I can just click that, and it's just got a basic kind of spat out version of everything that I wrote. So I can come back there, and then what we're going to do in phase three is I'm going to solidify all of that and into a routine, like a schedule. And then in phase four, which is phase four is the majority, right? It's probably 50 or 55 days of the 66 days. And so every day for the next like 55 odd days, I'm just gonna write down every day how I went achieving my schedule that day. So if I fell off, if I missed, if I ate something I didn't was trying not to, that wasn't on the schedule, or if I missed like a gym session, or if I missed work, or if I blah blah blah, then I'm going to analyze that. And I fully expect to not be able to do everything, just because like the schedule that I'm going to set for myself is going to be quite ambitious. So I might fall off, right, every now and then, or miss something, especially since I've got some travel days coming up. So I need to do some planning around that. But yeah, in phase four, I'm just gonna like every day come in and write how I or did I not achieve all the goals, and if I didn't achieve anything, then I'm just going to analyze that. And that's really where all the gold is, right? So, like, in terms of like turning unconscious thoughts into conscious or unconscious patterns from your shadow, let's say, to conscious patterns, um, the phase four is like where all that gold is gonna show itself, right? Because from the first cycle, what I found was, something would happen, like I had like a travel day, um, and I wasn't able to like go to the gym, and I wasn't able to like eat the diet that I wanted, and blah blah blah. And so, you know, the next time that happens, which will be like in about a week or so, I've already learned the lesson that I have to plan a bit more my diet and all that. I have to bring with me food that I can eat and blah blah blah. So I need to do a bit more planning. So like the when I fail, then I analyze it and I get better the next time, right? So slowly over time, you stop missing your diet on the travel days, and you start sleeping better, and blah blah blah, and all that builds up, right? So yeah, that's probably where all the exciting stuff will be. Um, Go and check this page out. If you like what I'm doing, you can do this process as well. This page is accessible to you. Create a login, or all the instructions are down in the description below, but basically you just like create a login, which is for free. And so go to this page, and then or go to this slash register, and just give it a second to load. It's pretty slow. So just create yourself a username and an email and a password, and add the user, and then go back to this page once you've already logged in. Wow, internet's slow today. Then go back to this page, and you can fill out the forms just like I'm doing. So yeah, if that's a useful thing, then feel free to use it. It's all free. And I'll leave it there for today, guys. That's about 30-minute video. That's more than enough. Um, Thanks for watching. Do me a favor and share this video with someone who has ADHD. Do me a favor and share this with someone who enjoys journaling, someone who likes microdosing or psychedelics or whatever. Hit the like button, share it, subscribe, do all those things. If you got anything out of this video, information wise, if it was valuable, then please do me a solid and do one of those things just to support the channel for the algorithms. See you guys.